Здравствуйте, друзья! Сегодняшняя тема – планировка интерьера.
Hello,
Мы часто
friends.
думаем, что главное –
Today I
открыть
want to
дверь в
talk
дом
about
и
something that's
увидеть
often
красивое убранство.
underestimated, the layout of your
Но на
home.
самом
We
деле
usually
именно
think
планировка
that
создает
most
такой
important
комфорт.
thing
Она
are
может
square
облегчать
footage,
вашу жизнь или
finishes,
наоборот
and pretty
создавать
materials,
постоянные
right?
неудобства.
But in truth, it's the
Грамотно
layout that
продуманная
sets the
планировка
foundation for
делает
comfort.
интерьер удобным,
The way
практичным
a
и, главное,
space is
выгодным.
planned can either make
Звучит
daily
просто,
life
но именно
easier or
планировка
create
определяет, насколько вам
constant
удобно
little
будет двигаться,
frustrations. A
хранить вещи
thoughtful
и
layout
открыть себе
makes a
простор.
home not only
Хорошая
logical and
планировка – это когда
functional, but
пространство
alive.
словно подстраивается под
It
ваши привычки
sounds
и образ жизни.
simple, but
Сегодня мы
layout is
рассмотрим,
what
понять,
determines how
подходит ли
easily
планировка
you
именно
move
вам
through a
и какие
space where
недостатки
you
вы
store your
заметите после
things,
того, как
how you
частично вами
cook,
пройдет дом.
how you relax.
Планировка – это не
And
просто
a
расстановка
good
мебели на
layout
полках.
is one
Это
that
сценарий
bends to
жизни,
your
по
habit,
которому будет
your
двигаться
rhythms,
человек,
your
живущий в
lifestyle,
заданном
not the
пространстве.
other way around, right? Think of a layout not just as a furniture placement or floor measurements. It's the script for life, the invisible choreography of how you and your loved ones will move through the spaces day after day. What to look for when choosing a home? First of all, whenever you walk into a new apartment or house, the first thing to do is evaluate its potential. Proportions and shape of rooms, long, narrow rooms are hard to zone. Square rooms, by contrast, are far more universal and forgiving. Natural light. If a windows they face north, you'll need to think carefully about artificial lighting. And let's be honest, one lovely bulb in the middle of a ceiling is not lighting, it's an oversight, right? Sound insulation. If you clap your hands and hear an echo, or if at outside noise leaks in even with the windows closed, right? That's a warning sign. Load bearing walls. If you can't remove a wall, you'll need to adapt your plans to an existing structure. Storage. This is a big one. If a storage isn't considered early, even the most spacious home can quickly turn into a cluttered mess. Where will your things live? Ask yourself, how does this layout work in terms of organization? If there are no closets or storage rooms, you'll need built-in solutions. A separate walk-in closet, maybe? Now that's a huge advantage. Even a tiny storage room of 20 square feet for suitcases, seasonal items, or cleaning supplies can free up your living space. Built-in wardrobes are a plus. Check for alcoves and hallways or bedrooms that can house them, and then think through this way through each area. Entryway. If there's no closet, you'll be squeezing in a narrow wardrobe or shoe cabinet. Kitchen. Is there really enough room for your dishes, gadgets, pantry items? Bedroom. If there's no built-in wardrobe, you'll need to carve out space for one. Now, alternative storage. If the home lacks storage, consider creative solutions. Modular systems like IKEA Billy or Packs, beds or sofas with drawers underneath, perfect for bedding or seasonal items. Overhead storage or shelves if the ceilings are tall. How to know if the space is really enough? Do a reality check. Take stock of your belongings, clothes, shoes. Count how many pairs of shoes, coats, and sets of bedding you really own. Measure the closed space you currently use and compare it with a new home. Appliances and kitchenware. Will you need extra cabinets? Seasonal items. Skis, bikes, Christmas decorations. Where will they go? Children belongings. Toys, strollers, sports gear. These take up more room than you really expect. And now imagine a picture. If there is no room storage, you'll need extra furniture or to give up living space. If the hallway is too narrow for a closet, you'll be storing coats in a bedroom. If the kitchen is small, you may end up keeping groceries in another room. In short, before you make your purchase, count your things and plan when they'll go. If the storage is limited, think ahead about alternatives like built-ins or modular furniture. The ideal layout is one where you don't have to sacrifice comfort just to fit everything in. How it feels to move through the space. When you are touring a home, pay attention to how your body moves. If you bump into doors or you can't picture where the wardrobe would stand, that's already a red flag. If you catch yourself thinking, how will I cook here? Or, where will I dry the laundry? Now don't ignore those thoughts. A good layout feels like it's on your side. It doesn't block you, doesn't slow you down, doesn't force you into awkward maneuvers. You open a closet, the door doesn't slam into the table. You step into the bathroom, you're not squeezing past a drying rack. The space flows with you, not against you. Zoning it's like a heart of planning. Dividing a home into functional areas is not about drawing lines on a blueprint. It's about making life easier. If the kitchen is open, but you have to walk through a hallway to reach the dining area, now that's a fail. If the living room is one giant empty field with a sofa loosed against the far wall, now we fail again. And don't forget buffer zones. A cramped, cluttered entryway can ruin your mood before the day even begins. Think about it. Good planning always puts the person at the center. As if you feel at ease, if you don't sense tightness or frustration, that space is working for you. If it feels like an obstacle course, it's time to rethink the plan. Layout is about lifestyle. Layout isn't just about square footage, it's about the life you live inside those walls. A sofa facing TV means movie nights and cozy evenings. A sofa facing the dining table means long conversations and family dinners. If you love cooking, the kitchen can be crammed into a corner. If clutter drives you crazy, storage has to be airtight. Otherwise, your belongings will roll around the apartment like a tumbleweed. Examples for different families and lifestyle. Young couple, open space, minimalism, lightness, a living room with a cool, comfy sofa for Netflix nights, plus a small work corner for remote jobs. You can skip a formal dining room, but the kitchen should be roomy enough for two to cook together, right? Family with toddlers. Safety is everything. No sharp corners, no glass tables, outlets covered, a spacious play area in a living room where kids are always visible. Instead of one giant wardrobe, use smart storage for toys. Now, let's talk about family with teenagers. Privacy matters. Each kids need their own space with a desk, a decent soundproofing, and you'll still want a shared family zone, a place together without stepping on each other's independence. Single person working from home. The workspace cannot be the sofa or the kitchen counter. Ideally, it's a separate office, or at least a well-zoned corner with good lighting and space. The living room can double as lounge and a space to host friends. Other adults, comfort and safety first. No steps or high thresholds. Easy chairs, plenty of lighting, shelves for books, warm textures, and an overall atmosphere of calm and coziness. Layout, it's not just about the walls. It's about ease, flow, and feelings. In a well-planned home, you don't even think about where the light switch is or where to put down your coffee mug. The space really simply supports you, follows with you. A bed layout, on the other hand, feels like a video game. Every step, another obstacle. Narrow passages, door opening into your face, corners waiting for your knees. That's when you know the plan was made for drawing, not for life. Yes, you can remodel. You can move walls. But the feeling of a home can't be bought or built in afterward. If you don't sense it right away, maybe those are just square meters, not your place. Choosing with your heart. Buying a home is choosing the place where you'll be happy. Numbers and paperwork matter, but if you don't listen to yourself, you might buy a perfect apartment and feel miserable inside it. Trust yourself. Let the lawyers and agents handle the numbers. Your heart already knows where you belong. When you walk in, notice your first impression. Do you want to linger and look closer? Do you catch yourself imagining your sofa or your lamp in that corner? Do you feel a kind of inviting emptiness that seems to wait for your belongings? Now, that's a good sign. If you just want to leave or feel like you're trying on someone else's clothes, now that's a warning, definitely a sign. Stand still. How does the air feel? Light, heavy, fresh? How does the light fall? Soft or harsh? Smell the space. Do you sense dampness or mold? If so, walk away. Listen in silence. Can you hear the neighbors through the wall? The elevator? All these things matter more than square footage. Just close your eyes, take a second. Picture a Monday morning, for example. Is it easy to get ready for work here? A Friday night. Do you want to invite friends over? A quiet day when you're unwell. You don't feel good. Can you imagine resting by the window? If the answer is no, the space not be right for you. A small ritual before you decide. Couple of things to mention. Spend at least 10 minutes in a home alone. Touch the walls. Do they feel cold, warm, alive? Imagine your furniture in place. Does it belong here? Does it feel maybe foreign to you? Constantly ask yourself questions. If someone handed me the keys right now, would I move in with joy? Play it out. Homework, home, and me. Now let's shift to something more personal. Close your eyes and picture your ideal day at home. How do you wake up? Where do you drink your morning coffee? Where are you going to have that cup of coffee in the morning? Where do you feel the calmest, the best? Where do you feel safest? Here's your assignment, which I call Home and Me. Write down your answers to these 3 questions. Which area of your current home makes you feel the best? Which area drains your energy or irritates you? If your home could completely adjust to you, what would you want more of? And what would you want less of? Now, reflect on those things. These reflections will become a bridge to our next model on the concept of home. Because any true concept begins not with walls or furniture, but with understanding yourself, knowing yourself, feeling yourself, your habits, your emotions, your needs.